Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first Meditation Monday, Mindfulness Monday, Mental Health Monday. So because mental health is such an important part of this process, and as I said in the welcome video, it's a part that often gets forgotten about. I thought it was a great idea to just bring a little bit of attention to it right off the bat. So I'm just going to demonstrate 4 of my favorite types of breathing, and I use them for different things: calming myself, relaxing, breaking out of anxiety, or just breath during yoga practice or through a meditation. All the details on when I use them and how I use them and why I like them and what they mean, those are all up above. I'm just going to do a brief demonstration down here in the video. So the first one is just regular deep breathing. You're going to want to make sure you're breathing into your belly. People find it helpful to put their hands on their belly and breathe into their stomach, and use their stomach muscles to push against their hands. If I'm trying to calm my thoughts at night, I like to just focus on visualizing the numbers in my brain or in my mind, and just only seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 and shutting out all other thoughts. It helps to kind of break that cycle of I can't turn my brain off at the end of the day. So you probably don't need a demonstration of that. It's just breathing in for a count of 4, brief pause, breathing out for a count of 4. And the next one is similar to that, but you're just going to leave a bit of a longer breath hold in between the inhale and the exhale. You can do anywhere from 5 up to 15 seconds or more, depending on how comfortable you are with breath holds. If you have breathing issues, shortness of breath, high blood pressure, you might want to leave this one out, or only hold for a second or 2 at the top, because you might find it difficult. So when you release, it's kind of our instinct to, when we've been holding our breath, to let things out in a rush of air. But what's super helpful with this type of breathing, what I find, is that having a controlled release really makes you focus on the breath and not on whatever negative emotions or thoughts you're having. So when you breathe in, hold for 5 seconds or more. And then release with control. So I didn't let air whoosh out. You let it really release gently. And as I said, it helps you really focus on the breath and how you're releasing it instead of whatever emotions and thoughts are rattling around your brain. So the next one is called ocean breath or victorious breath, which I think is awesome. Traditionally, it's called Ujjayi breath, or people will just call it Ujjayi. So it's called ocean breath often because we get this sound like the ocean coming in and out. You want to make sure your throat's relaxed, but you do want a bit of airflow constriction in the back of your throat. It's almost like you're fogging up glass. And I find it useful to sort of lift the back of my tongue towards the roof of my mouth. When you're first doing it, to help you get used to the feeling, just leave your mouth open when you exhale. So, and then once you're used to that feeling in the back of your throat, you can actually close your mouth and keep it closed for the inhale and the exhale. So you'll breathe in. So you can sort of hear that sound on the way in and on the way out. I like to use this type of breathing throughout a yoga practice or throughout a full meditation because I find it really calming, but I also find that it brings me into the present moment and makes me focus on my breathing, which is really important for meditation and for yoga. And then the last one is called Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. So it's a little more complex. So you're going to take your right thumb and plug your right nostril. You're going to breathe in through your left nostril. And then taking your ring finger, traditionally, or it really could be any of your fingers that you're comfortable using, you're going to plug your left nostril, release your right nostril, and breathe out through your right nostril. Then breathe back in through your right nostril. Switch fingers, release the left. Breathe back in on the left. Switch to the right. And breathe out. And you're going to do that back and forth 5 or 10 times. And this one's usually used just right at the beginning of a meditation to help bring you into the present moment, because it makes you focus on your breathing because it's a little bit more complex. For that reason, I also find it really helpful when I'm having a more acute reaction of anxiety or anger or any fear or anything like that. So I hope you guys find one of those helpful. If none of those rock your boat, then there's lots of other ones out there. I'm sure we'll talk about them eventually, but hopefully you can find a couple of minutes just to do a bit of breathing and bring you into the present and calm those fears and anxieties. So have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon.